This is the story of a man in his 60s, who has been living for 3 decades in a chambre de bonne in Paris. His particularity is that he is the only human who knows everything and who has, for decades, developed mastery of astral travel, which makes him the greatest of travelers, going into parallel worlds and often beyond the known limits of lands and time, from where he sometimes returns with gold. In one of these worlds, his soul was purified and his DNA cleansed, notably of fears stored up from generation to generation. His discoveries and encounters have made him the only human capable of stopping the horror into which humanity has been deliberately plunged century after century. He does his shopping late at night in an all-night grocery store where he always buys the same products. His room, where time seems to have stopped in the 1980s, is clean and tidy. No books, no photos, no television or phone, just a small radio he uses to listen to news flashes. At first glance, the walls, the ceiling, and the front door seem to be covered with wallpaper, but quickly one distinguishes that they are titles of historical, religious, esoteric, philosophical, scientific, and quantum physics works, written in black marker and all crossed out with a single line, as if to eliminate them. As space must have been lacking, one discovers with astonishment that the floor of his room is engraved with titles of works also crossed out. Yet, while contemplating this incredible interior, one discovers a book title that is not crossed out, encircled by crossed out titles. Here, in these 10 square meters, the most powerful and mysterious works have been studied, dissected, decoded, and deciphered before being eliminated. Before his judgment falls definitively, he takes advantage of his travels to obtain the approval of Melchizedek. The radio broadcasts everyday news of real or commanded events, climatic disasters, various shortages, attacks, wars, famines, urban violence, mass killings. The more the horror in the news has intensified, the more the sky has darkened. For 6 months now, it has been night permanently and an acidic, black, gleaming rain falls daily upon the world.
Le Flash Info présenté par Céline Droval. Bonjour à tous et bienvenue dans votre flash d'information sur Radio Résistance. Nous sommes le jeudi 10 octobre 2030. Voici les titres de cette édition. L'enquête du journal présent fait la lumière sur des implants d'obsolescence. En 2028, les lois sur l'euthanasie ont été votées, mais récemment, des scientifiques indépendants ont découvert qu'à l'insu des peuples, on avait implanté une obsolescence programmée de 65 ans à chaque humain. À 66 ans, le jour de leur anniversaire, tous les humains n'appartenant pas à l'élite sectaire meurent. Info sécurité. 11 attentats ont eu lieu depuis ce matin, le drone tueur en série est toujours recherché. Un robot a attaqué son propriétaire de 45 ans. Culture. L'écrivain Ousmane sera le prochain invité pour la sortie de son livre réalisé avec l'IA, le titre « Pensée ». Météo. Depuis des mois, la nuit est constante et les pluies acides continuent.
Once a month, he goes to the Bourse district to sell gold. As every weekend, the man leaves for an unknown destination. Perhaps he is finally going to put an end to evil. 8 days later, while horror has become everyone's daily life, firefighters discover his lifeless body on his bed and declare him dead. Has the man died, or was he unable or unwilling to reintegrate his body? Here a woman is preparing to give birth the old-fashioned way, without risking the perforation of her dura mater. The weather is starting to become nice. The song of the birds announces the first cries of the child.